my real journey with KidWorks started in 7th grade. I had just transferred to a new school, a middle school, and it was a lot further away from my neighborhood. So the only time I interacted with kids my own age was in school. And I really just went straight home and did my homework like a good kid. But I was so lonely. So my parents kind of started asking around, and they heard from a family friend about KidWorks. So they just put me right in the after-school program, and it was like, I was so overcome with like love and joy and like support. And my parents have always been supportive and loving, but then to have like other people kind of come in and say like, we believe in you, you're gonna go so far. It was amazing. Yeah, and I stuck it with KidWorks. I love KidWorks. I spent probably more waking hours at KidWorks than I did at home, apart from high school. KidWorks took me to Modern Day. I found another great loving home there. I graduated from KidWorks, graduated from high school, and went to Duke University, completed my bachelor's. Now I'm back in Orange County where I love it, At a certain point, KidWorks is run by the students. So at a certain point, they kind of asked us, like, what are you interested in? And when I was there, I was really interested in like nutrition and health. At that point, I had started the Modern Day swim team. And they brought in a nutritionist to tell us, like, you got to watch your carbs, you got to eat this, like, this is the right time. And I was like, why has no one told anyone outside of this before? And it's really not a thing that people talk about in Santa Ana. So my friends and I at KidWorks started a club where we would host like parent meetings, and we would bring in parents, and as students, we would lecture them, being like, you have to help your kids eat healthy. This is what you got to do. And then looking back, and I'm like, wow, we expected them to listen to us, but they did. So we put on a lot of programs, and looking back on it, it's like we put on a big conference. On the weekend, we had like 50 parents show up. We got catering, we got like music, and it's like, there were KidWorks staff there to support us, but really it was the students calling caterers. It was us negotiating. It was running our spreadsheets, getting RSVPs. And it was just a lot of those programs, a lot of biking around the city, meeting with city council members. I actually went up to Sacramento to speak at a congressional committee on behalf of a school nutrition bill to kind of expand school lunch hours in the state of California. So it was just like, I got to do so many great things that I'm pretty sure when I applied to Duke and I got my interview, that's probably what sold them on me. Yeah, so KidWorks gave me the tools. I think a lot of students have a lot of passion and fire, but there's like not really people to help kind of mold and shape them to grow into strong, healthy individuals. At Modern Day, there was already a lot of kids who came with families with parents who had gone to college or older siblings. And really for me, my father had gone to college, but only in Mexico. And I was the oldest sibling, and I was so out of my element when I finally got to Duke. I was so happy to be there, and I told my parents, I was like, it's not the academics, I'm in an environment of people who grew up around success. And I know that I got in, but I don't know how I belong here. And I felt so isolated. And I remember I got an email from Daniela, who used to work at KidWorks, and she said, we're sending you a Halloween care package. Make sure to take a picture with it in front of your school sign. And I was like, wow, they still remember I exist. I'm like 5 hours away on a plane ride, and they know I'm out here. And it really got me thinking. I'm like, everyone I graduated with at KidWorks, they're in Pennsylvania, they're in San Francisco, they're in all these cities, and they're all alone, but we're all kind of going through this together. And like, I'm sure if they see me going, that'll get them going, and me seeing them going is getting me going. But really kind of getting that support package from KidWorks kind of got me calling my friends, kind of got me calling back home, got me reaching out to see, what do they have like KidWorks out here that I can be a part of, really. KidWorks is empowering. KidWorks is service, it's love. It taught me that there's a way that you can really fulfill this part of your heart through service to your community, to your family, to your friends. And yeah, I think KidWorks taught me to love that and how to enrich that part of myself and help others and love through service.
I don't know about you, but I think she's pretty outstanding.